All right, let's talk about something we've all been through. Why is it so incredibly hard to make a good habit actually stick? You have the best intentions, but something just keeps pulling you back. Well, today we're going to dig into that hidden force, and I'm going to show you a powerful practice to finally get your actions to line up with your goals. Let's do this. So, does this sound familiar at all? You decide, okay, this is it. I'm going to exercise more, or I'm going to stop procrastinating, or maybe I'm finally going to speak up in those big meetings. You've got the goal, you feel the motivation, but then, boom, a week later, you're right back to square one. It's such a frustrating feeling, right? But here's the thing. It's not because you lack willpower. The real fight, well, that's happening way deeper inside. And that right there brings us to what you could call the habit loop paradox. It's this weird situation where all our conscious effort, all that willpower we're trying so hard to use, just gets totally steamrolled by this invisible force that we don't even see coming. So let's break down exactly why that happens. Okay, so here's the most important thing to get. We're all basically operating with two different minds at the same time. You've got your conscious mind, the one that sets the goal, like, I really want to be more successful. But then you have your subconscious mind. Think of it like the autopilot. It's the one holding all the old deep-seated patterns, and it's really the one running the show. And when those two get into a fight, yeah, the subconscious wins pretty much every single time. So to really get a grip on this, we've got to look at what we can call your subconscious architecture. It's a great way to think about it. It's like this hidden blueprint inside you that's literally designing your reality, shaping every reaction you have and determining your results. And it's doing all of this without you ever consciously signing off on it. You can really think of your subconscious as your body's personal operating system, It's not just some dusty old filing cabinet for memories. No way. It is the powerful engine that is driving your habits, creating those gut feelings you get, and making all those split-second decisions for you. It's been quietly absorbing a whole lifetime of experiences and beliefs, and all that stuff, that's the foundation for how you act right now, usually without you having a clue. And this, right here, this is the heart of the battle. You see it laid out so clearly. Consciously, you're all in. I am going to be more confident in meetings. But then there's that little whisper from your subconscious pattern, right? What if I say something stupid? Or you want success, but that deeper story is telling you, hey, maybe just don't try so hard. It's safer that way. This internal clash, this mismatch, that is exactly what it feels like to be stuck. And trust me, this influence is absolutely massive. Your subconscious is so powerful, it literally filters your reality. It makes you notice things that confirm what it already believes. It's the thing that dictates your confidence level and decides how quickly you give up on something. It can even fire off a physical stress response. You know that knot you get in your stomach? That's it right there, trying to stop you from pushing against its old programming. At the end of the day, your actions will always try to snap back into alignment with these deep, hidden patterns. Okay, so if just gritting our teeth and using more willpower isn't the answer, then what is? Well, this is where we get to the good stuff. The solution is something called the power of reflection. This is the key. This is how we get access to that hidden blueprint and actually start to rewrite those old stories that have been holding us back for so long. Now listen up, because this is the absolute key to making any of this change actually stick. You can't just talk to your subconscious. You can't just tell it to be different. It doesn't care about logic or facts or spreadsheets. It speaks the language of feeling, of imagery, of emotional experience. And that is exactly why one powerful emotionally charged story can change your entire life, when 100 logical self-help tips do absolutely nothing. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's the very first step. Before you can even think about changing a habit, you've got to understand the story that's making it happen in the first place. As soon as you figure out the why behind your procrastination or the real reason for your anxiety, your whole perspective just shifts. You stop beating yourself up and you start becoming aware of what's really going on. But I have to be really clear about something. Just passively taking in information, reading a book, or even just watching this, it's not enough. It's a great start, but it's not enough. Information only turns into real transformation when we actually stop and reflect on it. We have to get our hands dirty, engage with it personally, so we can create that new emotional imprint that our subconscious is waiting for. So the big question is, how do we actually do that? Okay, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through a simple 3-step method that you can literally start using today to reshape your habits, all by using reflection. Okay, step 1, just identify a behavior. Pick one thing you want to understand better. Maybe it's how you snap at a loved one, or why you keep avoiding that one important task. Step 2 is huge. You've got to step outside of yourself for a minute and look at that behavior like it's part of a story, like you're watching a character on a screen. This is crucial because it pulls all the self-judgment out of it. And then, step 3, you ask yourself a few really powerful questions to figure out what's really going on under the hood. All right, the first question is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Just ask, what did this awaken in me? See, it's not about what happened out there. It's about your internal reaction. Did that person's comment awaken an old fear of not being good enough? Did seeing that deadline awaken a sense of complete overwhelm? This question gets you right past the surface level stuff and helps you pinpoint the real emotional trigger. Okay, question 2 goes even deeper. You ask, what does this teach me about myself? Now this is where you start to find the pattern, is where the plot of your inner story reveals itself. Maybe that fear of being disrespected teaches you that you have this deep underlying need for validation. Or maybe that feeling of being overwhelmed teaches you that you've got the subconscious rule that says everything has to be perfect. This is how you uncover the real story that's been running your life. And finally, the third question looks to the future. It's simple. How do I want to respond differently next time? Because now you get it. You understand the trigger, you see the pattern, and with that awareness, you can consciously choose a new response. You can decide how the main character, that's you, is going to act the next time this same scene comes up. This, my friends, is how you start writing a brand new ending to your story. But here's where it gets really amazing. This whole practice, it doesn't just stop with you. The inner work you do has this incredible, powerful ripple effect on how you see absolutely everything and everyone around you. Think about it. Once you start seeing the hidden stories behind your own reactions, you just can't unsee it. You suddenly realize that everybody has these hidden stories. And you start to look right past their surface-level actions, and you get genuinely curious about the invisible story that must be driving them too. And this creates this beautiful ripple effect in your life. You'll notice your judgment of other people just softens. Your patience starts to grow. Your own emotional awareness expands. And you're just constantly reminded that behind every single person you meet, there's this whole complex inner world of fears, hopes, and invisible struggles that you probably know nothing about. Really, it all boils down to this one simple truth. Stories humanize people. And when we take a little time to understand our own story, we get so much better at seeing and understanding the stories in other people. And when people start to feel more human to us, well, we just can't help but treat them differently, with more kindness, more patience, more compassion. This practice, this simple act of reflection, it really is the bridge between the person you are today and the person you truly want to become. It changes you from the inside out. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What inner story, what habit, what reaction are you going to choose to reflect on first?